So, welcome back after a long time. Good to see you back listening to my thoughts on health and wellness, and also for you to tune back to my channel, which was for nearly 2 months was not engaged. So, what I was doing was I was taking a break and I'd been to some places to make sure that I'm back to what I was normally doing. So, today, when I was traveling, I could notice a lot of people were having some kind of a travel anxiety and issues with the traveling. So I thought, why not start with the topic which is travel anxiety, which connects to a lot of people who have fears of traveling, who have fears in planning a trip, and probably need to come out of it and make good decisions for themselves. So, what exactly is travel anxiety? So, people when they travel may experience uneasiness, a kind of a rapid heartbeat, sweating while traveling. They may feel anxious, especially when they are on a bus, car, or even planes for many. Many of the anxious people think that this anxiety is there as it's associated with some negative feelings from their past experiences. Probably the negative feelings while traveling may become concerned as they could reoccur. However, experts report that most driving anxiety is unrelated to your previous incidents. But what triggers our anxiety is some things like driving through a storm or heavy rains or snows or unfamiliar terrain. If not the terrain, many of us drive through the navigating system, but sometimes these navigating systems breaks down and we get anxious about it. And in the same way, we are also anxious about catching the connecting flight, train or bus. So every now and then we try to understand that there are some unfamiliar terrain and that can lead to some form of road rage and uncomfortable conversations with people whom you're not familiar with. So if someone has an anxiety disorder, they could experience these symptoms while traveling. People with generalized anxiety disorder may have difficulty in concentrating while driving or making other decisions during the travel. As a result, they may feel less than the confidence they have. Sometimes physical symptoms of anxiety such as a racing heartbeat or sweating can cause someone to think that they might lose control while driving or worry about what people surrounding them might think. This in turn can worsen the anxiety and fear of traveling. While discussing the symptoms like booking travel tickets for an upcoming journey may trigger anxiety in some people, while others may be calm until the journey begins and then begin to feel anxious. Also, many people experience a range of symptoms such as sleeping problems leading up to the travel dates, being unable to control feelings of worry and concern about traveling, feeling restless or on edge while in airport, train stations or bus stations, being irritable and short-tempered during the period of traveling. So how to get out of it? Well, for all the psychological answers, the first thing which comes up is exposure therapy, which is also known as desensitization therapy, which includes image approaches to phobia stimuli or stimulations. Virtual reality exposure therapy was first introduced more than 2 decades ago to treat the fear of heights. In a study conducted in 2020, using this virtual reality exposure, participants with a fear of driving post their therapy session mastered the driving that they had always been avoiding. Also, changing disorientations and perceptions, commonly known as CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy, which aims to transform any ways of thinking and behaving that stand in the way of how a person would like to live their life. This involves identifying negative perceptions or distortions that are affecting behavior. Along with them, people can make certain lifestyle changes when it comes to manage or even master their anxiety issues by probably eating healthy, keeping a journal of anxiety triggers, talking to a trusted person on the fears of anxiety. Avoiding caffeine can cause unnecessary triggers in some people. But for all to counter the anxious movements, planning is the key to ease these triggers. Having a plan in place for some of the worst case scenarios may help in cessations of anxiousness. Something like making copies of important documents such as passports, driving licenses, tickets, and keeping them in a separate place from that of the originals. Taking your credit cards or having some kind of an emergency fund for your travel. Researching the area and carrying a small paper map as a guidebook, telling friends and family about your traveling plans and what exactly are they expecting from this or what you are expecting out of this, packing snacks and water to avoid getting hunger or dehydrated during your journey, taking enough medication to last for the trip, are some of the suggested recommendations which you can do for your upcoming trip. So with this, plan your travels for the coming holiday season. Share your insights in the comment section. Until next time, take care, drop your worries, and have fun in traveling. Promising a video every week, do consider subscribing for such mental and physical hacks. See you around. Starting this month, we are also introducing Shorts, which talks about common workplace hacks, the journey of the modern day yoga, and few myth-busting facts of diet, energy, exercise, and others. So keep an watchful eye on this space for all your mental, physical, and emotional quotients.